Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good night, wherever you are watching me from. I know that I have fans all over the globe. This is the Poultry Site TV. You're highly welcome to another edition of this particular broadcast. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. I thank you for keeping the date and the time. You know that by this time, we're always here to continue with our good job. I have a very interesting topic here because I know that we are in the season of broilers. In the next 1 week, 2 weeks, many people will be going to market with their broilers. There will be high purchase of broilers. Please, if you are right now online, please type your location. Type your location, drop comment. If possible, let other farmers get the link to this particular broadcast now. Let other farmers get the link to this particular broadcast. We need other farmers to join us here right now. Many of us said they don't get us. Poultry Site TV, you will see the list of video and the rest of them and all of them. Click live. Once you click live, you see upcoming. You see the title and description of the content that is coming up. Because any day we are going live by between 5 and 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time, I will start working on the content. Working on the content means that you see that the content has title, it has description. All these things takes time. After putting all these things in place, you do all the requirements, all the platform requirements. All this is what you do. You must do them before you go. Then we're going live. I believe that today we are live, tomorrow we'll be live, next tomorrow we'll be live also. So make sure that you are always there. If possible, go and click and wait. Once I come up, you will see it upcoming. That's what. So let's kick up. Let's start so that we'll get there. There are certain issues I want to clarify. If you are a poultry farmer, either for meat, for egg, or for on and four-legged animals, the particular topic is very important to you. It's very, very important. In fact, I thought if there is a way I can gather all the whole farmers globally and address this particular topic I'm going to treat now, it will appease me most. But I believe that many of them, if the link get to them, if you're able to get the link to them, they will still watch and they will still get it. Before I go into the main topic, let me briefly address this issue. Broiler booster, organic boosters. This aloe vera is already eaten by rats. Have you seen that rats themselves know the importance of aloe vera? You can see it. I cut it and keep so that I will use it. It's there. I just cut one of the stem here so that I will use it for today's training. You can see what rat did to this. Just only one night, rat nearly finished it. Even though that I discovered it in the night and kept it, see that rat nearly finished the aloe vera. You see that these animals knows what they need. You can see it. You see the teeth of the rat. You see the teeth. The rat, see where the rat started eating it from here to this place. Within few minutes, I kept this in, and it's only one rat that did this in my farm. You can see it now. The rat has eaten it. To tell you that these animals know what they need. Can you imagine? That rat knows the importance of aloe vera. But many farmers don't know what aloe vera means to poultry or livestock business. They don't know. But rat himself knows that aloe vera is very important. Can you see how rat nearly finished this? Immediately I cut it off and keep so that I will not forget it on today's training. Because I don't like standing up to go and bring things I liked keeping things around me, so I cut this off, kept it. Within 30 minutes, I gave this thing. Rat went and eat off, almost nearly finished this thing. You can see it. To tell you that they have many farmers have an idea of what their poultry birds need. We hardly spend much. We hardly spend much on feeding them. If rat can discover the properties, the nutritional and medicinal properties of aloe vera, why can't we bend down and learn this? I am sure rat did not go to school. Many farmers are there because of lack of ignorance. They are crying for poultry feed. They are finding it difficult, extremely difficult, to cope up with the new market strand. Let me call it market dance now, because in the next 1 week now, if you are residing in Nigeria, the poultry finisher, which is what many farmers are going in for now, will shoot up to 15 to 16,000 naira. In fact, the cheapest finisher now is about 13,500 naira, which is almost getting to almost $2 even. You can see what is $2? Almost, is it $10 or what? You can see it. This is rat. Now, let us, because of what my friend, this my friend rat did, let me start with aloe vera. Aloe vera is a very good plant in poultry farming that can boost your broiler within a short period of time. If you're a poultry farmer and you have broiler right now, please go and look for aloe vera wherever it is and use it within the next 1 week and are inculcated in this particular aloe vera. Aloe vera has folic acid. Remember that when you, even as a human being, if you are lacking blood, you're lacking enough strength, many doctors or pharmacists will prescribe folic acid as one of the multivitamin you take. This aloe vera has very great grammage of folic acid, which many people lacks in their body. Aloe vera has minerals like calcium, it has magnesium, it has zinc, it has copper, it has iron, it has manganese, it has potassium, it has sodium. And aloe vera itself has elements of crude protein in it. In the medicinal aspect of it, I am sure that is why this rat went and ate all this, so that it will be very, very well healthy to fight. This rat saw all the feed. I have very good this thing around everywhere in the farm here. You can see crayfish. You can see it can have almost all the feed ingredients. Have almost all the feed ingredients in the farm here. Most especially this crayfish that has a very sound aromatic smell. This particular aloe vera has no smell at all, but the rat was able to know and to prefer this aloe vera to this one. Can you imagine how sensible, how intelligent the rat is? The rat was able to prefer aloe vera to crayfish. See crayfish, I have all of them. I kept all of them together in the same area. 2, 3. But the rat picked it immediately. You can see how intelligent the rat is. Now, aloe vera has antimicrobial. It has antimicrobial element. Antimicrobial element in aloe vera means it has very good healthy microbes that helps in feed digestion and conversion, at the same time feed assimilation. It has anti-inflammatory properties and it boosts the immune system of poultry birds. Now, let me briefly describe it before we continue. If they can eat and have very good microbes to digest the feed and convert the same feed they have eaten, and at the same time boost their immunity, that means they are fortified from every infection that will attack them. Now they are healthy. Now they have the food to eat. Now they can eat the feed. And at the same time, they convert the feed. You give them 1 kg of feed, they will convert to 3 kg of meat for you. What else are you looking for? Have you seen? That's why this rat went for this. That is why this rat went for this. You can see it. That's why the rat went for this. Now, you see all the properties this particular aloe vera has. You see it. That is exactly why the rats left every fish. I have fish, I have a different find, each and every one of them, neglected them and faced this particular one. That's to tell you how important this particular aloe vera is. Now let me go to the next one. I'm through with this. Next one I have here is garlic. I've treated all these things in elementary format, but now I am treating it in a professional format, in a way that you know what they can do. Now, how do you use this aloe vera? Before I continue, how do you use it? Get one stem of aloe vera like this. Pound it very well or blend it, depending on whatever you have within your area. Either you pound it or you blend it. You can use one or two of it. Two is okay for 100 best. Two of it is okay for 100 best. Blend it properly well. It draws. After pounding it, use 20 kg or 20 liters of water and dilute it. Filter the greeny stems, the greeny skin, only the liquid, and serve to your poultry beds in liquid form. See what results are going to get in just short period of time. You will see this is wonders. This is nature in action. Please, let's go to this. I've given you the dosage of this. Please don't come back and ask me what is the dosage, what am I going to use. Two of these, two stem, full stem, not this one, the rats have eaten part of it. Two full stem of it is enough for 100 birds for one day. You get two stem again for them the next day. You give it to them between 3 to 5 days. You continue with your feeding and make sure you are giving them balanced feed. The next one is garlic. Garlic is another one. Very good. I've treated many things about garlic. I've treated the properties and I'm going to give you mostly the dosage. Garlic has medicinal value. It has vitamins, it has minerals that are very good and very essential for the health of the poultry bed. Garlic has antibiotic properties that is good to boost the immunity of the poultry and livestock animals. For this particular garlic, it is completely natural growth and weight booster, most especially for poultry and most especially broilers. And this period you are going in for, you are very close to the market. Use this aloe vera and garlic for me to work wonders in your poultry beds. Make sure you give them complete dosage, at least 5 to 7 days, between 5 to 7 days. This particular one now, so you are seeing it like this. This is about 10. If you get this up to 2 of it can serve you for one day. 2 of it can serve you for one day for 100 birds. Then you know the number of birds, you know how you're going to multiply it. And what it involves is what? 3 grams of it. If you have weight, if you have a scale, why I'm using this quantity because many farmers don't have scale. If you have a scale, even no matter how small the scale is, use 3 grams of it for 1 kilogram of feed. Grind it properly well and mix in their feed. Or you grind it and mix in their water. Anyone can go. Any of them can go. Either you use 3 grams of it for 1 kg of feed. Are you getting me now? Then for 25 kg of feed, use 75 grams. I'm having temperature issue here. This Abuja is very hot now. So this is it. And that one is glove. You know glove. See glove here. See glove. You know glove. Gloves is a natural growth and weight broiler promoter. They are natural. They are organic, purely organic. They have very strong immune boosting system and contains a lot of vitamins and minerals which I have already treated. If you have not watched why I revisited this particular one and to tell you how to use them to boost the growth and the weight of your poultry beds, most especially broiler. That's why I'm giving it out again. I've treated it Faticum. That is the botanical name for this. And 100 to 200 grams of it, that is 0.1 gram to 0.2 gram, is enough for 1 kg of feed. 0.1 to 0.2 gram is enough for 1 kg of feed. So if you have a very small scale, you can use it to measure it. If you don't have it, you can use a handful of it to measure. But it's always good for every poultry farmer to have a scare, because most of your poultry birds, you even need to scare them, because the next of my some of my content that's coming, I'm going to tell you the quantity of feed you need to feed your poultry birds in a day, the quantity of feed you need to give them, and the weight you expect from them on daily basis. So this particular content is coming up. That's why it's very important that you have a good scale, even if it's not the higher scale. The smaller ones is okay for you as a poultry farmer, even if it's only 10. Now you keep this. Another one is what? Turmeric. This is, I have here, this is the turmeric seed. You can see the turmeric, you can see it here. This is the turmeric powder. I've treated I've treated them, but let me tell you, this turmeric here is a very good growth and weight booster for broilers. If this is the powder, I've already grinded, I've already crushed this one, I blended it, you can see it here. This is the powder. You can use, it has minerals, it has vitamins A, it has vitamin B, it has minerals, calcium, magnesium, sodium, selenium, zinc, iron, it has folic acid. All these minerals are immune booster. As a human being, you always go and buy multivitamin medications. Most of these medications, what they contain is all these minerals and vitamins that keeps you healthy, that give you strength always to walk. That is the work of all these things. They have all these, and there is no one how you give it to your best that they will not be healthy and sound. And at the same time, it's an immune booster. How do you use it? Just this alone, as you see it, 1 to 2 kg. That's 1 gram to 1 kg, or one. You can still use 0.75% in your feed if you are formulating a very good feed. If you want to formulate feed, you can use it at the same time. If you don't want to formulate feed and you're using the commercial feed, you can at the same time use it also to mix in your feed and administer to your poultry birds. You can see it here. See it. So this is another one. Another one is the black pepper. This is the black pepper here. It's falling out. See the black pepper. This black pepper, many people know it. It's some native. It's a native spice. Many people use it. You can see it. Some people call it, like in the Igbo language, they call it, I don't know other languages, but they call it other. It's called African black pepper. That's what it is called. It has B complex, this particular, it has riboflavin, it has thiamine, and it has niacin. All these are very good minerals that are good for the health of the birds. I have treated it when I treated everything concerning organic boosters, but I don't want to go in details. I only want to tell you the percentage, the quantity you need to use in your poultry feed. What you use is 1 gram to 1 kg of feed. It's very good. It will boost your poultry birds. It will boost their immunity. It will also give them enough strength and energy to convert their feed to get result. Their growth you see a very outstanding growth and a very massive weight in your broiler. Another one is bitter cola. Bitter cola, I don't have bitter cola here. Bitter cola is another one. See it. Bitter cola is another good one. Bitter cola has antimicrobial properties and they are natural immune boosters. They have very good properties to treat CROD, all the respiratory diseases and infections, and at the same time coryza infection. And at the same time, it can boost their immunity and also help to do damages to worms, internal worms. These internal worms, it helps to take care of internal worms. So this is one of the reasons why bitter cola is very necessary. This period you want to boost your broiler weight and growth. It's very, very necessary. So what do you do? 25 gram of bitter cola is enough. 25 gram of bitter cola is enough for 1 kg of feed. Grind it properly well and use it for 1 kg of feed. Very, very good. You get a very good result. So if you don't have bitter cola, please go and look for it now that you want to boost the weight of your broiler for market. Another one is what? Ginger. Ginger is another one. I have ginger here. Yes, see ginger here. Ginger is another one. Ginger is another very good immune booster. It's also a very good growth and weight booster. It is called Zingiber officinale. Zingiber officinale. That is the botanical name for ginger. Everybody know about ginger. You see it. I've shown you how ginger looks like. Ginger is good for CROD. It's good for cough. When your poultry bird is snoring like frog, ginger is very good to take care of everything that has to do with what throat and respiratory tract infections. It is good, and it is a very good natural growth and weight promoter. It acts as a pro-nutrient because of the vast active ingredients it has. It has carbohydrate, protein, lipid, minerals, and vitamins. All these minerals and vitamins has the property to destroy and kill parasites, and at the same time, it can help in egg formation. 2% of it is good for 25 kg. 2% is good for 25 kg of feed, or 25 gram for 1 kg of feed. That's very good. Another one is what? Kereli pepper. See it. We have treated it also, but I still want to revisit because of the grammage. That's the quantity you need to use. Kereli pepper. See it here. It is called capsicum onion. People use it because of the color and how it looks. It looks very attractive. As it looks attractive, that is how it has a lot of pharmacological active ingredients that boost the appetite and feed conversion rate of poultry birds, most especially broilers. It has metabolizable energy. It also has the capacity to kill gut microbes, gut worms that affect their feed digestion, and it's also good in treating coccidiosis in poultry birds. Use this. It has a very good, strong antibiotics in it that helps in managing your poultry birds. Another one here is thyme. Another one is thyme. You know thyme. All of you know thyme. Most people use it to cook. It's a very good spice. All I'm giving you here are natural spice that most people don't even know that they are very beneficial in poultry. Thyme is a very good natural growth and weight promoter in poultry birds. It's also a very good immune booster. This particular thyme has what we call thyme oil. Thyme oil is very, very good in poultry birds because it contains fat, it contains energy, it gives metabolizable energy that help them to combat stress. It has antibiotic properties also, and it can boost their immune system. That is a very good gram for 2 kg of feed. It's okay. Another one is unripe pawpaw. I have them here, but my table is filled up. Unripe pawpaw, all of us know what unripe pawpaw is. Yes, I'm not talking about ripe pawpaw here. I'm talking about unripe. It has antimicrobial properties. It helps in oxidation. It helps in assimilation. It helps in also converting feed to meat. Unripe pawpaw. How do you use this? Bring one full unripe pawpaw that weighs up to maybe 3, or let's take it up to 0.5 kg. 0.5 kg of it. Slice it into pieces. If you have blender, blend it properly well. Add water. Use 0.5 kg of it to give in water solution to your 100 birds. Or if you don't have that, what you do, you can cook it properly well. Allow it to cool. Then add extra water and use it to give to your poultry birds. Do this within 5 days. If they have anything like worm, anything like tract infection, anything that affect their gut, anything that affect their feed digestion, anything that affect their feed conversion, all these things will be taken care of within 3 to 5 days. You see a very massive and very good result. I am believing that we are doing well for now. Another thing I want to go into is many poultry farmers are failing. Many are. I have made a very good research. I discovered that many of them are failing because of the lack of knowledge. They are failing because of the lack of knowledge. Some are still taking poultry as agriculture. Many are still taking poultry as poultry agriculture. We are no more in poultry agriculture. It is in the olden days, the days of our ancestors, that poultry was under the Department of Agriculture. Poultry now is under the Department of Science. Agriculture itself is no more in the Department of Culture. It is now in the Department of Science. In those olden days, when poultry was in the Department of Culture, that is the time our ancestors will hear the crow of a cock in the night, maybe around 10 p.m. They said, what do we, I don't know that word, that have violated the laws of the land or what. That cock will be killed, that will be slaughtered that night. That cock will be slaughtered that particular night for crawling by them. That was in the olden days, the ancient days. That is when poultry was under culture. Now, our own cock here can crow at any time. They can shout, they can crow, they can make any noise at any time. Even the more they make the noise, the more you clap hand for them now. Say they are doing well, they are even growing. You even be happy. Because we are now in poultry science, not poultry agriculture any longer. So, for the fact that it is a science, studies, it needs thorough research, it needs thorough understanding, it needs thorough education. You don't just go and fold your hands and feel that the livestock, animals, poultry, birds will grow on their own. You need to guide them. Now, I want to give you some of the reasons why poultry farmers are falling behind. One, not investing in themselves and their workers. They feel that poultry is what? A culture. They feel that they are livestock, they can grow on their own. No, you need to invest in your brain. Invest in the brain of your workers. Educate them very well. Let them understand what is required. Let them know. You need to conduct a research. You need to be educated. You need to make yourself available. You need to be taught. You need to make yourself teachable also. So you don't just go and fold your hands and feel that it's going to work. You just go and sell your car and invest in the business and feel that it's going to work like that. It's not a pilot affair. It's just something you need to work. You need to work hard. You need to read. Not when you see books online, you just see they have written. You need to get books, educate yourself, equip yourself very well. You are going into what we call livestock. Livestock means if anything peradventure you make any small mistake, it's gone. And anyone that lose, it can millions of naira. Some people invested their hard-earned 35 years of service in government, everything, and invest in the business, and at the same time they fail. And because they lack everything that is required for them to start. You need to get educated. You need to get yourself. Many of them are now waiting. They are just waiting to get the money without knowing the principles. Like now we are entering into the heat period. They don't want to know that there is something they need to protect these livestock. And that one is what? And that mistake they make is what? Buying poultry birds from poor hatchery or poor breeders. If you buy from poor hatchery or poor breeders, it is likely that needs they supposed to give to those birds may be neglected. There are certain medications, there are certain vaccines they need to give to those birds before they allow them to move from their farm. If you are buying from a poor hatchery or unrecognized hatchery or poor breeders, they may omit it. And most of their parent stock may not be sound, may not be 100% healthy to give offspring that will be last or that will survive in your hand. That's why most of the times you buy day old, within a day or 2 days, they are all gone. Because those vaccines that are needed to give to those birds are not there. If you can remember in the olden days, our mothers, they used to take us to antenatal and the prenatal and the natal, all the natals. You remember, pregnancy, they will still go for all those antenatal and everything, taking different medications to protect the offspring inside the fetus. At the end, they will give birth. When they give birth, they continue again, give different immunization and everything to safeguard. That's how all these birds are also immunized. They are given initial vaccines that protect them from Marek disease and the other infections, Newcastle, Gomboro, and every other viral diseases that may attack them within the first period of life before they hand it over to you. But if you buy from the poor hatchery, they will not do all these things. That's one thing you're supposed to know, because they are local vaccines. They don't have any regulation guiding them. Nobody knows about them. They are not protecting their names. They don't have any name to protect even. They are just people at the backyard, just like some people that produce illegal certain things in their backyard, because nobody knows them. But if you're a very good, reputable company that have image to defend, they will not give you such this thing. So if you are buying a poultry bird, make sure you go for a very renowned hatchery and make sure you have a very good consultant behind you. That's one of the things you need to do. That's one of the mistakes they make that make them fail, because they want to do it by themselves. I can drive myself always. Before you know it, if you just go and buy a car, say I can drive myself, without training, without driving training, you just carry the started and enter the road. You know what happened. Either the car crash or the person crash the car. That's one thing. So that's how it is in the poultry business also. If you like that knowledge, and you don't want to be educated, you don't want to be taught, and you don't want to invest in your brain, you don't want to invest in knowing what they will disappoint you, and at the same time they can even give you high blood pressure. I'm telling you the truth. They can even give you high blood pressure, because when you, assuming you stock 5,000 layers with all your hard-earned 35 years gratuity and everything, and during the time of production, you see all of them gone. What do you think will happen to you? Even if you're the richest man in the world, don't you know it will affect you? So that's one of the things. You need to get yourself educated. You need to buy from the very good hatcheries. And that one is what? Poor structure of the poultry house. Many of them don't even consult experts when they want to create a poultry house. Some of them will just go and bring any medicine man. Okay, I want medicine. Come with your tools. I want to construct a poultry house. A medicine man who doesn't even know anything about poultry will just come and construct the building for you, and you stock all your poultry birds there. At the same time, those poultry birds will lack what we call ventilation. They will lack what we call structure problems. They will have issues. And this my neighbor doesn't want me to move forward. When the pen is not properly constructed, the ventilation will be difficult, and poultry birds need adequate cross ventilation. Have you seen it? So that's why many of them, you see them, they just construct anyhow building. Because I know of a man very close to my house, very close to my farm here. He just went on his own and constructed a house, because he's a medicine man. He's a builder. He can build mansions. I mean, you can build a poultry house. You need a consultant, a poultry consultant, who will direct you, who will even tell you whether the poultry will face on the south, or the face on the west, or further on the north. They will tell you where the wind comes from, and they will tell you where the poultry house is supposed to be faced before you start even your construction. You need and that's very important. Many of them make that mistake. They just construct it by themselves, bring any person and do it on themselves, and at the same time it will affect the poultry, because the poultry birds need to live in a healthy and very good conducive environment. If that particular house is not good for them, it will not work. It cannot work. They cannot live well. That's why most of them are posting their images, they're posting their videos to me. Say my poultry, my birds are not growing. I have seen most of those images you are posting to me. I have seen that these birds cannot grow. If you like, go and hang one bag of feed in their back, and give them open borehole in their back, so that they will be drinking water and eating the food. That cannot work, because they are staying in unconducive environment. That environment cannot give them space to grow. It's just like going to plant a very good seed on a rock. That's what it means. Just like you went and bought a very good agric orange, go and plant it on top of a rock and use small sand and cover it and go, and feeling that the next day you're going to come and harvest 10 trailer load of mango or orange. It's not possible. If the house is not properly built for poultry, it cannot work. That's one thing you should know. That's one of the mistakes they make. Another one is poor hygiene. That's one of the mistakes they make. I have seen most of them that posted images, posted videos for me also. If you see how filthy that particular environment is, because the feed that is animal, they can live anywhere and survive. It is lie. They need healthy environment. They need a sound and very good environment for them to operate. If that place is not well for them, they are going to fold their hands. They're going to fold. Even if you give them food, they are going to squat. They will be looking for a very neat environment to go and stay. If the feed is not there, they will go and eat the feed that is very close in a very neat environment. If that one finishes, they will not go to a dirty environment. Remember that most of these birds have white color. They cherish their color also. None of them will they are not pigs that can pick from anywhere. So you need to make sure that the environment is neat. Stop bringing all this filthy environment for me and tell me that you don't know why your poultry birds are not growing. They don't have weight. How can they have weight in that kind of environment? It's not possible, because the environment is not healthy for them. Therefore, they cannot be healthy. That's one thing you have to understand. So these are mistakes they make also. It's one of the mistakes they make. And in an unhealthy environment, unhygienic environment, the air that comes in there will be polluted with unhygienic air. So what they are breathing is unhygienic air. If you give them food and that food enters in that unhygienic place, that food has turned to unhygienic food. And the food will enter inside their body and turn to unhygienic food into their body and cause infection for them also. And they will not grow. And you start complaining without knowing that you are the primary cause of their issues. Another one is what? Not using quality feed. Some people are just calling me, my birds are not growing, my birds are not growing, my birds are not having weight. because I formulated my own feed. If you are formulating your own feed, there are certain things you need to know. You need to know the crude protein of that particular ingredients you're using. You need to know the metabolizable energy of that particular ingredients you're using. You need to know the crude fat, either extracts of that particular ingredients you're using. You need to know calcium component of that particular ingredients you're using. You need to know potassium content of that particular feed you're using. You need to know whether it has lysine, whether it has methionine. All these are very, very good components that make up a very good feed. And you need to make sure that they are all balanced. You don't use only crude protein and feed that they are going to do well. It's not. You must balance it. That's why we call it. You need to balance the equation of their feed to make sure that every nutritional component of value they need are there in appropriate requirement. If you put 100% crude protein and 0% energy, they will consume the protein. There is no energy for them to convert the feed. They are not. It's not doing anything for them. They are eating the protein, but there's no energy for them to convert the feed. They will just do what? Drop it again. To just go without conversion. So you give them 100 kg and they will still remain like that. Have you seen this? That's one of the things. So not using quality feed. And that one is what? Not noticing sick bird. And this particular one now is going to take us to another long. Birds are sick. In short, if I'm not mistaken at all, I want to be sincere and I want to be fair. 70% of poultry farmers are not aware that their poultry birds are sick. In as much as those birds are still eating or standing, they feel that they are healthy. I've gone to a very big farm. I discovered that they have more than 5,000 birds there. When they brought me into that place, I just looked around. I said, where is the farm? They said, can't you see the farm? I said, I have not seen any farm here. Yeah, I think it sounds funny. The man said, I said, I have not seen any. Where is the farm? I want to see the. You say I should come and inspect your farm. I have come. Where is your farm? The man said, the man just say, whether I'm blind, whether it's possible this man is blind, whether something has happened, the man is not seen again. Can't you see all the hay layers everywhere here? See, I'm not seeing any bird here. What I'm seeing is, I don't know the word I use. They are just dead birds. They are just dead. All these ones I see here, because they are laying egg for you. They are just dead. The next week, 1 week, you will not see any of them here again. They say, what do you mean? Is it I rebook it. See, this is not I rebook it. This is science. This is not Christianity. This is not religion. This is not culture that you're going to rebook. See their comb, see their skin, see their leg, see this. Can't you see this? Can't you see this? Say yes. That's why I am telling you that you don't have any poultry at all. Because all you are seeing here, the next 3 days they will stop laying egg at all. You don't see any egg at all. Because you complain that the egg have dropped, that you come and inspect it. But what I'm seeing here is dead birds. I'm seeing all dead. They are all gone. The best thing for you now is to start serious treatment. If not, you don't have any poultry at all. You just have, even the building, you don't even have building. Because when the poultry birds are gone, you will be ashamed to tell people that you have even poultry pen. To what it means. Before we entered into it and started using organic and revived those birds within 14 days, all those birds, the man now saw the difference. So, have you seen? I snapped the poultry. Listen, I snapped them. I videoed some of them. Have you seen the difference now? He said the egg now revived. The egg started coming back again. That is because he lacked the knowledge. And if you tell him to learn, he will refuse to learn. If you see books to buy, he will not buy. If you are nothing, only want to cash out. You cash out without proper background. Now, what are the signs? This particular one now is a different content of its own under the same content. Please, if you are watching this, make sure you drop your questions. Comment. Like the video if the video is interesting to you. If it's not interesting, if you're not learning anything, don't like it too. There's no need liking it if you're not learning anything at all. If you subscribe, it means, and tap the notification bell. What it means is that anytime I go live or any of my video or content is uploaded, you will see notification that so person is online. That's what it means. But if you don't like the channel, there's no need subscribing. I don't beg people to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you subscribe because you like the channel, you like what I'm teaching. This is purely me. What I'm teaching is what is written in my books. And what is in my books are online. And that's what some apps Google and send to you. So that's what I'm teaching. It's what I've already written for the past 10 to 15 years. That's what I'm teaching you. So now, let's go into how to identify sick poultry birds. I'm going to be very fast because I want to round up this under 1 hour. Now, how do you identify sick poultry birds? One is bubbling, or watery eyes or nose. If you notice, please, this is a very serious. I don't know whether to stop here and continue this as a different topic. I don't know, because this is going to. Okay, let me see what I can do. Bubbling or watery eye or running nose. If you notice that your poultry bird is crying, you see water coming out, know that this poultry bird does not have in the mug before beating them. What it means is that they are not healthy. They are sick. I'm not going to tell you the kind of sickness that can cause that, because that will take us to a different line of content. I don't want to deviate from this. I only want to give you signs, up to 52 signs. If I can go to 100, I will give you. But let me stop at 50 or 52. Now, another one is rasping when breathing. That is a very good sign that they are sick. They are finding it difficult to breathe. Another one. Another sign is what? Sneezing. Remember that poultry birds does not smoke or snuff. So anytime you say, they don't have snuff. Nobody gave them snuff. They are sick. Now what you understand, that your poultry bird is sick. Anytime they start, grandfathers used to put snuff. Your poultry bird is sick. That's what it means. Don't clap one for them that your poultry birds are singing. They are not singing. They are very sick. That's one. If they are coughing, your poultry bird is sick. Notice this. Anytime you see that, know that they have what you call CRD. That's what you notice it at once. Another one, number 4, is swelling around the eyes. You see their eyes, look like this. Come up like this. The eyes swell as if they know that these your poultry birds are not bossers. They have never gone to any competition in the night before they come back with a swelling eye. What it means is they are sick. They have coryza. That's what it means. Once their eyes swell up, it means they have what you call coryza. Infectious coryza. It's a viral infection. That's what it means. They are not bossers. It's only bossers that are their eyes swelling up. Maybe you see them the next day. In the night, you close your pen and go out. They don't have any bossing ring inside. What it has is infectious coryza, which can even cause from ordinary breathing of the infections from other environmental or polluted areas. That's another one. If they have dropping wing like this, their wing just drop as if they are taking air. You are coming in to give them food, their wing drop. Even some of them, the wing will be touching the ground. They are sick. They are not trying to show you that they have suit. You didn't wear them any suit. They are sick. They are sick. That is one. If you notice all this heavy or strength breathing, you see them do like this. The egg drops. Know that your poultry birds are sick. Forcing them. That is a sign of sickness. Acting lethargic. When they act lethargically, it means sign of sickness. You have to know this also. Ruffled feather. You see that the feather swell up, as if this there's one type of bird that looks like vulture. They are swell up, as if they are trying to blow their this. That's what we call ruffled feather. They are sick. That's what we call ruffled feather. They are sick. It's not that they didn't iron their clothes. It's not. They don't have dry cleaner that wash their clothes. They are sick. So if you notice, look for them and let them dictate it immediately. If you're able to dictate it, you hardly lose any of your poultry birds at all. And now if they have pearl or purple comb, their comb here, purple turns to purple. Where is purple color? Turns to purple. You see the color? Gray. It looks gray color. Once it turns to gray color, it means they are sick. To do what? Once it becomes too much, to now You see it coming up, and you see before that one, the first ones you start losing them. Before you get to the other ones, you see you start losing many of them. If you're able to dictate one on time and pick that one out, do what? Time it. You see that you are free. You as you start treating the other ones, you start treating this one. You can even cool that one completely. You can just slaughter that one and save the other ones. If the cost of treatment is too high, that's one of the things. Another one is discharge from their eyes. If they're having discharge, you see discharge dropping from the eyes like this, something like discharge from the eyes, maybe mucus from the eyes. They are sick. It's a sign of sickness. There's a very good sign of sickness. Once you notice something like that, something mucus coming down, running from their eyes or from their nose or everywhere, no nasal discharge, it's a sign of sickness. Clumsy, they are too clumsy. It's a sign of sickness. Neurological signs such as head twisting, their comb twisting to one side, sign of sickness. Twisting of heads, cycling of head. At times they'll be turning around. That is a sign of sickness. Abnormal drinking of water. They want to drink water. You see them do like this, bend. That is sign of sickness. Notice all these things, I'm demonstrating them so that you will not come and ask me much questions. Sick manner, that is sign of sickness. Learn of sickness. They have reduced the appetite because they are not feeding comfortably. They are not well. That's one. You need to know that. Once the feed drops, they used to eat one bag of feed in a day, and now if you give them one bag of feed, the next day the one bag of feed still remain there. Is what? Weight loss. Because when they stop eating feed, they will start losing weight. If you leave them up, they look like as if this bed was healthy last. The feather is too much. You have too much feather everywhere. My dear, they are sick. See, I'm giving you many. I'm going to give you about 50. If you want 100, if you want 1,000, I'm going. Please. Sign of sickness. Let me shut down my solar is giving me signs. So sign of sickness. So now we have another one. Please. Normal, they lose feather always. Dehydration, they look like as if they are dry. Their legs are dried up. See that as if their legs are drying. It's a sign of sickness. Anytime they stand up and they are doing as if they are sleeping, standing and sleeping, is a sign of sickness. You see, their poop, their potty dropping starts showing diarrhea, water, start sitting watery, reddish something, brownish something, black something, greenish something. This is sign of sickness. Visible paralysis, something you know that they are crawling. It's a sign of sickness. Notice all these things. Sign of sickness. Sign. Anytime every poultry keeper is a celebrity. Anytime you enter into your poultry pen, hungry, if you come with their feed, all of them will rejoice. As they used to shout to all these celebrities, here you see me going, and you don't want to treat me. That is what it means. If you go there, they are not shouting. Thank God. Thank God. Something happened. That one is sick. Their voice have changed. It's a sign of sickness. Once their voice changes, unusual odor. If you are having poultry odor, if my dear, you don't need any prophet, you don't need any prophetess, you don't need any scientist, you don't need any magician, you don't need any expert, you don't need any medical doctor or veterinary medicine or anything practitioner to tell you that your poultry birds are sick. A healthy poultry birds droppings are not supposed to smell. Notice this. Just bear in mind. Quote me everywhere. Quote me in any part of the world. I will come and tell you that a healthy poultry livestock droppings is not supposed to smell. Once your poultry pen is always smelling, having offensive odor, know that most of your poultry birds, or almost all of them, are sick. The ones that used to fly hardly fly, difficult to perch. Your poultry bird is sick. Especially when they want to fly, they would hook as if the cloud is too, as if they want to fly and meet heaven. That one is sick. If miscalculation is another one, I'm giving you more than 30. I'm almost in the number 3 now. Miscalculation. Maybe they want to jump on top of something. They just, instead of jumping onto that height, they will not jump half of it. That is a sign of sickness. Sign of sickness. Difficult in perching, reproductive issues. The egg, assuming you're under breeding, the egg cannot form again. You take it to hatchery, they will tell you that there is nothing inside the egg. The egg are just like eating edible eggs. Whereas you are having what? Breeders. that's supposed to hatch. The egg supposed to be fertilized, because you have the male and the female together, and they are climbing on them, and the egg supposed to be fertile once it is incubated. You take it to incubator, and at the end, and after 3, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, the egg still look like natural edible egg. It means they are sick, provided they have their male together with them. It means they are sick. They have abnormal eyes. Their eyes look like as if you are looking at me, or you are looking at my brother. They are looking this side, but they want to look on the south, but they are facing the north. I don't know whether you understand me now. They want to look this side. They intend to look at this side, but the eye is facing this side. That is sign of sickness. They're not doing guy for you. They're not doing sheri coco. I love you. It's not what they are doing. You feel that, hey, this my best love me. You see how he's cutting eye for me. He's looking at this side. He's just eyeing me. It's not. It's sign of sickness. Whenever they are squeezing their eyes, you see them. Instead of them to eat, they are squeezing their eyes as if something sand enter into their eye. I don't know whether you have noticed when you are just walking, a fly enter into your eye. You just squeeze the eye to see whether that is sign of sickness. When you notice, even if whether you are there or not, the time you come there, they are scratching your leg. They want to use their fingers to create mark on your leg. That is to tell you that they are not happy. They are sick. It's sign of eye. Once the aggressive is increased, they are do what? They are sick. That's one thing. Egg binding, difficult in pushing egg. If they are egg laying ones, that is sign of sickness. Changes in their beak, their mouth. This is their mouth here. The thing change. Some of them, their mouth is sort of like this. Instead of clapping like this, one will bend like this. Sign of sickness. See it? Their fingers, their fingers like this. Some of them will clamp on top of this one. This is sign of sickness also. Another one is guts. Whenever they eat, the whole place will be swell up. Even the next 2 days, it's seal up. No digestion. That is sign of sickness. I think we are coming to the end of this particular one. Abnormal feather loss. Every time you just come to a poultry house, you see feather. They are not trees that wither their leaf in the dry season. It's true that birds lose their feathers, not in that manner. My dear, they are sick. Look for the solution. Drop in egg pigmentation. The egg, instead of being brown, you see the egg. Don't clap hand that you are getting colorful eggs. They are sick. If they are white egg laying birds, their eggs supposed to be white continuously. If the egg starts turning to brown, it means they are sick. If they are brown egg laying birds and the eggs start turning to white, they are sick. If they are blue egg laying birds, because we have blue egg laying birds, don't worry, I will go into that. I'll go into different breeds of poultry birds and the color of their eggs. I will give you that. Just follow just continue. That is sign of sickness. I've told you abdominal wing, the wing bend one corner, sign of sickness. Persistent scratching of their body. Anytime they are using their beak as if they are bathing, using their teeth. It means either they have parasite, ectoparasite, or another fungal infection. Prolapse, their bum open up. You see reddish color there. That is sign of we instead of become too porous, too soft like on pump ball. You press it, it will look like leather. Do peke. That is sign of sickness. With this, I will close for today, and I will say very good night. Wherever you are watching this video, please watch well. Let this video reach other farmers that will need it. You know what to do for it to reach them. Those your friends that need this kind of video, that need it in their business, please share it to reach them also. Let them get to know what is preventing them from making it in poultry and agri business. Till I come with another interesting topic. Good night. Bye for now.